The phone wouldn't stop vibrating. I let it ring on the marble counter, screen flashing my son's name like a strobe light in a dark room. Once, twice, 10 times. Outside, the infinity pool reflected the villa's lights. Clean, sharp, expensive. $3 million of silence. I had posted the photos an hour ago. Nothing dramatic, just angles, sunlight, a caption with no explanation. Some gifts you buy yourself. The first call came 3 minutes later. The fifth came with a voicemail. By the 12th, my hands were steady enough to pour a drink. This was supposed to be my birthday week. It always was. And like clockwork, he had forgotten again. Or pretended to. Every year, the same script. Work trip, last-minute plans. I'll make it up to you. Every year, he flew out with his wife to celebrate her mother, whose birthday, coincidentally, fell the same week as mine. I never complained. I never asked. I watched. The phone stopped vibrating. A message came through instead. "Dad, where are you? Call me, please." I smiled for the first time that night, because this time I hadn't reminded him. I hadn't hinted. I hadn't waited. I had bought the villa 2 months earlier. Quietly. Cash. Inheritance money no one knew existed. Money my late brother left me after dying alone. Cut off from the same family, now panicking on my screen. The betrayal hadn't started with forgotten birthdays. That was just the symptom. It started with the way my daughter-in-law looked at me. Measured, rehearsed, like someone hiding a narrative. With the way my son's voice changed when he spoke about money. With how his wife's mother suddenly needed expensive trips, luxury hotels, business-class flights, and how my son always paid. I remembered the first time I noticed it. 5 years ago, he forgot my birthday. Again. But that year, I overheard something I wasn't meant to. A call on speaker. His wife's voice sharp, impatient. "Don't worry. He won't say anything. He never does." That sentence stayed with me longer than any apology. So I went quiet. Quieter than usual. I watched bank statements when they passed across the table. I listened to pauses in conversations. I counted lies by their rhythm, not their content. By the time I learned whose birthday they were really celebrating every year and why my presence complicated it, I already knew I was no longer family. I was an asset. The phone buzzed again. A different name this time. My daughter-in-law. I let it ring. The villa lights reflected in the glass doors like a confession no one had prepared for. They thought I was predictable, lonely, dependent. They forgot one thing. I had learned patience from being ignored, and silence from being underestimated. I answered on the 17th call. I didn't speak. I let him breathe into the silence, let panic do the talking for him. "Dad, what is that place?" he finally asked. "Where are you?" "Away," I said. One word, clean, surgical. He laughed nervously. "You didn't tell us you were traveling." I watched the pool ripple as a breeze passed over it. "I didn't forget," I said. "I just didn't announce it." Silence, then footsteps. I could hear his wife in the background, whispering too loudly, urgency leaking through every syllable. "Dad," he said again, softer now. "It's your birthday week. We were going to call." I closed my eyes. 5 years of missed calls. 5 years of dinners eaten alone. 5 years of watching my own son rehearse absence like a tradition. "I know," I said. "You're busy." "With her mother," his wife snapped before she could stop herself. That was the crack. I let it widen. "I know," I repeated. Another silence. Thicker, heavier. "You know what?" he asked. "Where the money went," I said. Why you needed me quiet. Why my birthday had to disappear every year so hers could feel bigger. A sharp inhale. Then chaos. Whispers turned to arguments. Someone crying. Someone pacing. "You were never supposed to find out," his wife said. Her voice suddenly close to the phone. Controlled. Calculating. The same voice I'd heard years ago. "I wasn't looking," I said. "You were careless." I told them about the transfers. The accounts opened in my name. The way my signature had been practiced until it matched. I told them about my brother's inheritance and how I'd waited to see who would come clean. No one did. "So I bought myself something," I continued. A place where no one needs me to forget who I am. You can't just disappear, my son said, his voice breaking now. You're my father. I looked at the water again. Still. Endless. I said. Then you decided I was convenient. I ended the call. Blocked the numbers. All of them. That night, I slept better than I had in years. Not because I'd won, but because I'd stopped waiting. In the morning, I walked through the villa barefoot. Opened every door. Let the light in. There were no photos of family on the walls. No reminders. No obligations. Just space. They tried again days later. Lawyers. Messages through friends. Apologies wrapped in panic. I didn't respond. Some people mistake silence for weakness. I learned it's the sharpest boundary you can draw. On my next birthday, there were no calls, no trips, no lies. Just me, standing on the balcony, watching the horizon erase everything behind it. And for the first time, I didn't feel forgotten. I felt finished.